Welcome back to the month of 2600. Today I'm doing a paddle game. Yeah, kids, see this? This is called a paddle. Button spinner. I'm playing Kaboom. Definitely the best paddle game. Fuck! Okay, basically you have to go back and forth and catch the bombs of the mad bomber, who is the guy at the top, is dropping. He's dropping them down, you're catching them in water buckets. Every 1,000 points you get an extra life, but you can only have 3 buckets. So it's strategic to lose a life just before 1,000, which is what I did in this one. And this is an incredibly hard game, even on the easier difficulty setting. That's one other thing that's been lost these days. Actual difficulty switches on the system. There was 2 difficulties, A and B. If you switch it to difficulty B, let's double check that here. No, it's difficulty A is harder. See? Your bucket shrinks. B, it's larger. A, it's harder. B, it's larger. And that's game over for that one. I'm going to start a new one. Activision, like I said, always put out top-notch shit. And this was massively popular. However, paddles are kind of shitty. And you have 2 options. If your paddles jitter, and by jittering, I mean if I had a set of shitty paddles here, this would be jumping back and forth all over the place, and when I move, I would not get smooth movement. It's a problem with the potentiometers. You have 2 options. If the potentiometers aren't too far gone, you can use some electronic spray cleaner, you can get a Radio Shack. Do not use silicone spray or other lubricants. I learned that one the hard way. Or you can just go in and replace the potentiometer completely if you're clever enough. And by clever enough, I mean if you can handle a soldering iron. Now, when you have less buckets, it's harder to catch because, as you can see, I'm kind of sideswiping some of these bombs and catching them in buckets 2 and 3. Well, so when you only have 1 bucket, you're kind of fucked. And see, 922, I lost a life. Now watch. Right there, bingo. Got another life. So that's the big strategy to Kaboom. It's a cheap common cart. It's a good game. You're going to want to make sure you find a good set of paddles for it, though. Real good set of paddles. And paddles come in pairs for this. If there's only 1 paddle, it's a driving paddle. It has a completely different type of potentiometer in it that does not go jittery. And those kind of paddles, I don't even know if they work for anything besides Indy 500, but I rip them apart and use them to build paddles for Tempest 2000, which sometime in the future I'll review that when I do a Jaguar section. Anywho, this is definitely a favorite game of many 2600 players, and you're definitely going to want to pick it up. If you like a fast-paced game that uses the paddles, I recommend this. If you don't like fast-paced games that use the paddle, I definitely cannot recommend Pong to you. But let's see what I do have for you if you don't like good old fast-paced games. Let's see. I must have something. Ah, yes. Mario Party might be more suited to you on that N64 piece of shit. Have fun.